All right, guys, I want to thank you for joining me today on my Poop Tip Tuesday. We have a great show tonight. We're going to discuss a couple simple ways to help promote a healthy gut. We'll talk about what you can do to make sure you don't have colon cancer. And there is a new study that came out between how your gut microbiome is and the effect it could have on melanoma treatment. And your questions live on today's Poop Tip Tuesday, guys. Let's talk about poop. Hey guys, my name is Dr. Samir Islam. My passion is to give you tips and tricks to help out with your gut health. I grew up in a small town called Odessa, Texas. You may have known that from the movie Friday Night Lights or even the TV show. I did my undergrad at the University of Texas at Austin, go Longhorns, and I did my GI fellowship training at the Mayo Clinic. So guys, let's talk about poop. Howdy y'all, happy Tuesday. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday. I want to thank you for joining me live on my Poop Tip Tuesday. Every couple of Tuesdays I go live on my streams to answer your questions you guys have for me. If you can do me a huge favor, if you can let me know where you're watching this at, and if you're watching this live or on the replay. Raymond's good seeing you. Thank you for watching from Carter. Katie, of course, you can watch you can ask a poop question. And if you have any questions as well, let me know on the live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a happy Tuesday. A couple of just updates for what's going on. Number one, what do you guys think about this earlier time that I'm doing these Poop Tip Tuesdays on? It used to be later on in the evening. I moved to earlier. It's a little bit easier for my schedule. I'm just kind of curious what you guys think. If you guys feel like this is a good time for you, let me know in the comments down below if you think the new time is good. Over the weekend, I went to go visit my parents in Odessa. Every time I go to Odessa, I am so shocked by how different it is and how much more oil rigs and buildings that are building up in that area. It is crazy. It is a completely different town than whenever I grew up in that city. You know, when I was there, we didn't have a lot of oil, but now it's just crazy. So I went to visit my parents. It was great. Got to hang out. Didn't do a lot. Ate a lot of good food, which is obviously an amazing thing whenever we go home. Last week, I went on the news to talk about COVID. You know, we're seeing more and more numbers. It's hard to know if this is just kind of what's going to be the new normal or if this is going to be something different. I suspect this just may be the new normal, that we're just going to have these COVID numbers come up and go down. And, you know, it's just people are going to get sick like the flu. I think it's just going to end up being kind of what we're having as well. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing well? Jessica, thank you for watching from Kentucky. Kathy from the UK. I like that. Sandra from Slayton. Lynn from good old Lubbock, Texas. Katie, thank you for watching from Richmond. And Cindy, thank you for watching from our friends up north in Canada. Alex, you have a question about sodium butyrate for IBS. That's a great question. So Alex, if you can let me know specifically what question you have about sodium butyrate, I can talk about that for IBS. A couple of other updates. So number one, you guys will be the first to hear this. I'm excited about this. Let me know what you guys think. I am going to launch an online course in the next couple of hopefully weeks or months. Hopefully soon. We just finished filming our videos. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be a complete gut turnaround. You know, I have a lot of patients who can't see me in the clinic or who really want a good kind of formulaic course on how to improve their gut microbiome to get a better life, live healthier, lose weight, feel better. I have an online course coming. I'm so excited for this. So stay tuned. Like my page, like my social media channels. I'll have an announcement on there as well. We are opening up slowly our infusion center. Yes, we have an infusion center over in our clinic in which we're able to give patients various infusions for either autoimmune diseases or even for infusions for other health reasons as well. So stay tuned. We'll have a lot of information on that in the next couple of weeks. Once again, just stay tuned to my Facebook page or my Instagram or my YouTube page as well. And I have a question for my audience. I am just debating. I have these crazy ideas in my head. So I'm wondering what you guys would think if I started doing a daily video blog. So this has been the thing that's been in the past, on YouTube. And I can see just people are getting a little bit more interested in this. And people ask me all the time kind of how my day is or what I'm doing. So I'm debating about whether this would be something that'd be entertaining or fun. A little bit different than what I normally do. It's kind of just me being me, well, whatever that may be, just to kind of my everyday life, what I do as a doctor, as a business owner, as a physician, as a dad. So I'm just very curious if you think that maybe even remotely interesting. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think on that as well. I am still reading. I'm on 2 books right now. So one, I'm still on this book that I was on 2 weeks ago, The Founders. This is a great book on the founders of PayPal, the story of PayPal, and the entrepreneurs who shaped Silicon Valley. It is a fascinating book. It's really good. I'm really getting into these business biographies. I just finished up a couple months ago the Texas Roadhouse one, which is actually one of the best books I've read. This is actually a really, really good book. I'm getting close to the end, so I may need some recommendations from my audience about what other kind of business type book they recommend. And always, I pair one nonfiction book with a fiction book. I'm getting into David Baldacci. I can't say his name right. I've actually never read him before, but I actually read a book right before that was he wrote. It was actually good. I'm kind of into these genre fiction books, and these crime genre fiction books, and this is kind of right up my alley. It's a good way for me to kind of decompress, and also a good way for me to really not. Just kind of decompress from the day. All right, let's go into the questions. We'll go into some of the questions that I have that people ask me as well. All right. So, Jason asks, what is my view on the Viome gut test? Okay, this is a great question. So let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen a lot of these food sensitivity tests or these gut tests to kind of see what's going on? Let me know in the comments down below. I see them all the time on social media. And what they purport to do is that they purport to get a sample of your stool or your blood, and it can kind of categorize how your gut microbiome is. It'll allow you to know if you are either sensitive to certain foods, allow you to know if you have a predominance of bad bacteria, good bacteria, what's going on in your microbiome. Here's the issue with all these tests is that they're not regulated, nor are they standardized. And what this means is that the company themselves are coming up with their own ideas of what is normal and what is not normal. So for example, let's say that I get my blood drawn today. Based on my blood draw, we have a standardization of what is normal that's been the norms for decades based on multiple clinical trials, based on multiple pieces of evidence, and based on millions of people giving their blood. So all across the world, we have a standard of what is considered normal or abnormal. So I know for me, if I am anemic, that's going to be the same number if I'm in Lubbock, Texas, if I'm in London, if I'm in the Philippines, it's the exact same. For these other testing like Viome or other testing like this, these companies are making up their own normals. And who knows if they're right? And the other thing is that these studies don't have a lot of evidence behind them. So I can't use that information to change management. So whenever I get a patient come to see me who gets these tests done that ends up costing thousands of dollars, it provides me no clinical information whatsoever, because in the vast majority of these tests, everything's abnormal. Well, what am I supposed to do with it? I have no idea. And that's not going to change what I'm going to recommend for my patients. But not only that, it typically is so expensive. It is not covered by insurance. So you're paying thousands of dollars for a test that does not give me information, that may be inaccurate, and that actually may not have information on there that is based on actual good science. So I don't know. I am not a fan of these tests. I don't like them. It doesn't help me, and it certainly can lead patients down a road which can make them a lot unhealthier and make them worried that something is wrong when in actuality it may not be. So I'm not a fan of these tests. Great question. All right. Perfect. Jessica, Dean Koontz, Jane Hawk series. All right, good. I'm going to start doing that. Thank you for that recommendation on that. I appreciate that. All right. So next question. What are some simple things that you can do to improve your gut? So I'm all about simple. Absolutely. KISS. Keep it simple, Samir, which is my name. I'm all about keeping it simple. It's so hard for a lot of people because they get just so much in the weeds and you need to change so many different things. Here are the things I recommend. I'm going to recommend 5 things I want you to eliminate to improve your gut health, and 5 things I want you to add to improve your gut health. First thing, I want you to eliminate processed food. Guys, there is literally nothing more dangerous for your diet and for your health than processed food. It is not good for you. It is processed. That doesn't even sound appetizing. It has a lot of fat, calories, salt, things that are carbohydrates that are not good carbohydrates that can promote inflammation, promote disease, and make you feel sicker. So number one thing I want you to eliminate is processed foods. Number two is smoking. It is 2022. If you are smoking, you know it's not good for you. And smoking not only damages your lungs, but it can damage your gut, your health, and the damage from that can be long lasting to the point where I cannot fix you. I have so many patients come to see me because of abdominal pain, and it's all due to smoking, and it's because of the consequences of that. But not only that, it can affect how your skin is, your longevity, how long you can live, your lungs certainly, and other conditions. So stop smoking. Number three, this is controversial, but I'm going to tell you, you need to minimize or eliminate alcohol. I know, I'm such a sourpuss, but I'm sorry, you have to do that. Alcohol is not good for you. We're seeing more and more evidence that even that small glass of red wine that you thought was healthy is actually not healthy for you and not good for you. Alcohol acts as a toxin to your brain, to your stomach, to your pancreas, to your liver, to your colon. You got to eliminate it. And there are so many people that have gut issues just from drinking alcohol. And I can tell you, when they start to minimize that or decrease that, a lot of their issues go away. Number four, I would really watch certain sugars inside your diet. The biggest one tends to be fructose. Fructose for a lot of people is an intolerance for them. It can cause bloating, pain, distension, nausea, and they don't realize this. And fructose is in everything. Like ketchup has fructose. That's crazy. And bread has fructose as well. So look for high fructose corn syrup. That tends to be the secret killer in your food. And then lastly, what I recommend, fast food. All right, this kind of goes off with number one, the processed food, but a little bit different. Fast food, unfortunately, may be fast, it may be good, but it's not healthy. It is a fast way to minimize your health. All right, these are 5 things I recommend to eliminate. What are 5 things I recommend to add to your diet to improve your diet? So number one, I will tell you, a plant-based diet works. There's so much evidence for this. And it's okay if you don't go crazy on plants. Just make your plate predominantly plants. This is what you're going to do. If you can make at least half or 3/4 of your plate plants, that's going to give you so much benefit. Go for maybe a plant-centric diet. That's all you want. You don't have to go completely plant-based. Not a problem if you don't want to. Not a big deal. I'm from Texas. I know we love our meats, but have a plant-centric diet. Number 2, with that, consider adding a lot more prebiotic foods. Prebiotic foods add the fiber to your diet. It adds fertilizer to your gut to improve your gut microbiome and to help eliminate the bad guys. Number 3, you need to improve your sleep. Your sleep is so critical for your overall health and your gut health as well. Your body needs to rest, your mind needs to rest, and your gut needs to rest. And having that optimal number of sleep that's consistent, even on the weekends, is what's going to improve your health. Number 4, you gotta move. Yes, you gotta walk, you gotta dance, you gotta work out. You have to get moving. I make it a consistent effort to work out every single day. And this is very important. It helps out with my mental well-being, with my stress, but also improves my gut microbiome. Then lastly, easier said than done, stress. There is a connection between the brain and the gut. What happens up here will manifest inside your GI tract. And if you don't handle what's going on up here, I can guarantee you it's going to be difficult for me to help what's going on here. Find ways to manage your stress, whether it's talking to somebody, whether it's prayer, religion, working out, maybe going for a walk, yoga, meditation. These things work. And if that doesn't work, you may need some help, and that's okay. It is okay to understand that stress can play a role, and sometimes you may need that extra help to get over that. These are things that I recommend that are simple, easy, that you can start doing today to improve your gut health. All right, if you're watching for the first time, my name is Dr. Islam. I am a poop guru. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this live or on the replay, and also let me know where you're watching this as well. All right. So let me go through some of the questions here. Sorry, my screen's kind of acting up here. Yolene, thanks for watching from Florida. Appreciate it. Smooth, thank you for watching from California. Carol from Dayton, Ohio, thank you. All right, let me see. Emma, thank you for watching my video. It's appreciated. Share my channel, please do. All right. All right. Perfect. Sorry. I'm going through some of the comments really quick here. All right, perfect. All right, sounds good. All right, so question number 2, catching colon cancer before it's too late. So unfortunately in my job, one of the unfortunate things that I have to do is tell somebody they have cancer. And it is probably one of the more devastating conversations I have to have. Mainly because colon cancer is literally one of the very few cancers you can catch early and help prevent. I mean, literally, we should have maybe less than 1% chance of having colon cancer if you get your routine screening. And I hate having these conversations with patients. So here's what you can do today to make sure that you don't have cancer, or we can catch it before it's too late. Number 1, know your family history. If you have a family history of colon cancer in your mom, dad, brother, sister, or 2 first-degree relatives, or even somebody who's close by, know that history. Tell your doctor you may need to get your colonoscopy sooner than the age of 45. Number 2, don't ignore symptoms. There are so many people who I see who have colon cancer who had symptoms years before, but they ignored it. These symptoms include bleeding, pain, diarrhea, change in their bowel habits, weight loss. Now, even a little bit of this should never be ignored. Even if you think the bleeding is from hemorrhoids, even if someone told you that the bleeding or your symptoms is nothing to worry about, you know your health, you be in charge of your health, you demand to see someone like me to see exactly what's going on. There are so many individuals who have these minor symptoms, people ignored it, not a big deal, then eventually it got worse, they came to see me, we did a procedure, and unfortunately, the patient ended up having colon cancer, and by that point in time, there's nothing that I can do to prevent this. Number 3, do not wait to get your colonoscopy done. Now the screening age is 45 unless you have a family history or unless you have symptoms. I know no one enjoys getting a colonoscopy. I know this. Trust me, I do this for a living. It is a pain in the bottom, literally. But we want to do routine maintenance on our body. We do routine maintenance for our cars all the time. Why can't we do the same thing for our body? I want you to live the longest, happiest life you ever can. And if we can do our routine maintenance, keep you going, keep you chugging by getting your colonoscopy done, this is going to be the best thing. And then lastly, I recommend, and every single GI doctor out there who specializes in this recommend, get your colonoscopy. By far, this is the best test to find what's going on and to fix what's going on. I know there are other tests that are out there. I'm sure you see the advertisement. I will tell you, every single GI doctor out there in the world recommends a colonoscopy. A, because we can find what's going on. B, we can see what's going on. And more importantly, we can fix what's going on at that time. If there is a precancerous lesion, we can remove it at that time. All of the other tests that are out there, including pooping in a box, cannot do that. And 100% every single GI doctor is going to recommend getting a colonoscopy. If you do this, there's an excellent chance that we will not have to have the conversation with you when it comes to colon cancer. All right, guys, so thank you for watching. If you were watching for the first time, my name is Dr. Islam, and yes, I am your poop guru. Every couple of Tuesdays, I go live on my social media streams to answer your questions. Comment down below. Let me know if you're watching this live or in the replay. And if you want to get information about these live streams, don't forget to subscribe to my channels as well. Judy, thank you for watching. You're awesome too. I appreciate that. Katie, this is a great question. Not embarrassing. So Katie's asking, you have no gallbladder and your poop burns sometimes. Is that from no gallbladder or something like candida? It could be either one of these things. This is a great question. So One of the problems when you have your gallbladder removed is that your gallbladder is an organ to store bile. If you don't have that organ, guess what's going to happen to that bile? It's going to either reflux up into your stomach to cause burning or indigestion, or will go down to your colon to cause diarrhea as well. And that burning can be due to a couple different reasons. Number one, it could be the bile going out from your bottom. Number two, you could be having hemorrhoids that could be causing those symptoms. Number three, absolutely, you could be having a candida infection inside your bottom as well. Or number four, there could be a tear in your bottom as well. There are a lot of reasons for this. It is not uncommon for my patients who've had their gallbladder removed to complain of symptoms like burning in your bottom. It is not abnormal. It is normal. And we can do investigation to see exactly what is going on. That is a great question. Thank you for asking that. So, it's a good question. Mohammed asks, thank you for watching from South Africa. Can an adult all of a sudden become lactose intolerant? Yes, they can. So lactose intolerance can occur as you get older and as you, obviously as your gut microbiome can change. Now, if you all of a sudden become lactose intolerant, sometimes the question is why? What is going on? Do you have some sort of condition going on inside your small intestine that may predispose you to this? Or is this the natural consequence of what's going on in your body? So for me, for example, I became lactose intolerant when I got older. It just happened, I lost the enzyme. But for other patients of mine, it was a secondary cause to something else going on inside their GI tract. So sometimes we have to do investigation to see if that's the case, to make sure nothing else is going on in that small intestine, to explain why they had the lactose intolerance. A great question, actually. Perfect. All right. Good deal. All right. Next question. So I got a question from a patient who asked, hey, Dr. Islam, I have heard that gut health can actually affect melanoma treatment. Is that true? Well, this is a great idea. So melanoma, let me know in the comments down below if you know what melanoma is. I'll explain it. It is a type of skin cancer that unfortunately can be very deadly. The most common reason to get melanoma is just sun exposure. Whenever you're outside and those sun rays hit your skin, that can cause damage and lead to melanoma. And unfortunately for a lot of individuals, it can be fatal. However, there is a new study that just came out, and it was one of the very first clinical studies to suggest that changes in your gut microbiome can actually affect some of the treatments that we have for melanoma. In fact, what they did show is that a diet that's high in fiber actually has a better chance of improving treatment of melanoma than a diet that's not as high as patients who are not eating as much fiber. In fact, a high fiber diet tend to respond better to what's called immunotherapy than those that didn't. Now, when I see studies like this, number one, I'm very happy because we're seeing how the microbiome can change. But we always have to take studies like this with a grain of salt because it's one study. We need multiple studies to confirm this, and we don't know exactly if this is a good, true conclusion or not. But I think it's heading in the right direction. I think more importantly, it does show how the gut microbiome can affect a lot of different things that we are not currently aware of. We are seeing how the gut microbiome obviously affects your GI tract, but can affect also your skin, your risk for mental health, which I have a video coming out pretty soon, your risk for other conditions, and it actually may affect your response to therapy for certain medications as well. So I think we're going to see more and more information on this. I'm excited in this research. We are currently involved in some of this research as well. You'll be seeing more and more information, and I'll be sure to let you know once I hear more information when it comes to your gut microbiome as well. All right. All right, guys, I think those are most of the questions I answered today. I have a couple more minutes left. All right, perfect. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching on today's channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like my Facebook, YouTube, Instagram pages. Don't forget to follow me as well so you get more information as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned so you know when the next Poop Tip Tuesday will be coming. Once again, I'm thinking about doing a video blog. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Number two, I have an online course coming up. Let me know in the comments if you want to sign up for that or if you want more information. And I'm excited. Now, finally, we have started to open up our infusion center. Let me know in the comments if you want more information on that. Hope you guys are doing great. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Don't forget, let's talk about poop. And if you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channels. We can get more information like you're learning in today's video. I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day. I hope you guys had good. I can't speak. Thank you for watching. And don't forget, guys, let's talk about poop. Thanks, everybody.